live, guys. Oh. You read the title. You read the title. So we're not gonna. Read the title. Hard work pays off. Definitely does. I got more things I gotta do tonight. But I told myself this week I wanted to go live on. I really want to go live on all my channels. But in all actuality, I guess I could. But I gotta use all my time, basically. But yeah, hard work pays off. I was just talking to my son in the car and letting him know that, and my son, he 10, but he don't put enough work in to become the best. He say he wants to be the best, but I be on him because, he has more time on this earth than I do. He definitely does. He's 10 years old. His brain is not fully developed, of course. And I don't think none of our brains fully develop. I guess over time, with life and, the knowledge we get from school and whatever else we learn. But, your brain can just hold so much information. But anyway, getting back to him, I was telling him he don't put enough work in to be the best. But he can. He has all the tools to become the best, to be better than I ever was. And to be honest with you, that's what I want for him, but he gotta want it for himself. And I always let him know I'm not comparing him to other 10-year-olds, or 9-year-olds, or 7-year-olds, or 8-year-olds, any little kid that's his age or younger. But there's some people out here that's some dogs. And when I say dogs, I'm talking about that's putting that work in, putting that hard work in. You got to put that hard work in every single day. It's the repetition. It's the consistency. You put in every single day. You got to put that consistency in every single day. And I guarantee you it will pay off in the long run. But it's going to suck. It's going to suck. That's why everybody is not at the top. Everybody is not at the top. Everybody's not going to have that dream lifestyle that he or she dreamed about when they was younger. Just being honest with you. Now, I always saw myself being a wealthy, rich man, living my life the way I want to. I never saw this part. I never saw the struggle part. And one thing is, you have to go through the struggle. One reason why is because if you don't, how you going to tell somebody else how to get it? Well, I'm telling y'all now, it sucks. It sucks. You're going to lose time, right? You're going to lose friends, And I'm going to be honest with you. If you lose them and they was a so-called friend, they wasn't your real friends anyway. God is going to sort them out. And the more consistency, the more time you put into whatever you're trying to become great at, it's going to show and it's going to work in the long run. And it's simple. I've seen it so many times. I've seen so many people bypass me, my age, younger, because they put in that work. You got to put in those hours. And it's frustrating too. It's frustrating to make some content knowing that you did pretty good. You upload it. You think about a title, good thumbnail, and then you post it and you don't get any traction. You don't get any feedback, But do it anyway. Do it anyway. That's what separates the good from the best, the best from the great, right? The people who's willing to put that stuff out anyway. The content, to put the work in, regardless if they see any type of results, okay? Because you're not going to get instant results ASAP. Warren, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? You're not going to see instant results ASAP. I mean, that's just impossible to see instant results as soon as you do something. But over time, the more you do something over and over again, right, it starts to pick up. It's almost like that snowball effect downhill, right? The snowball that goes down the hill, it starts picking up that momentum. And then before you know it, that snowball is huge and it's rolling. I mean, it's rolling fast. Why? Because you don't put so much work in. You feel me? Oh, y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin', bro. Chunk PPP, wildin'. But anyway, put that work in, guys. Put that work in. And honestly, for me, man, I get frustrated. I definitely do. I get frustrated all the time when I know I put so much work in. I put so much work into some content or an idea that I thought of that God gave me, and then I actually put it down, like as far as I put the content out, and it doesn't go the way that I planned. You feel me? Yeah, so like I said, put the work in. And I can't really so this is the thing, guys. So anytime I'm alive, right? If I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna give y'all shout outs and stuff like that. As long as y'all don't disrespect me and disrespect the live, we good. But if I'm doing stuff, like, there's no way I can scroll up and like shout y'all out. I appreciate everybody commenting, leaving a comment, sharing, and subscribing too. Well, let's get back to the hard work. I get frustrated over time because I put in so much work, I put in so much thought into content. I put so much thought into just, I guess, trying to go viral, trying to get that viral moment. And now when I think about it, I'm not even focused on that anymore. I don't really care about going viral. When it's time to go viral, that time will come. Now I'm just really focused on being consistent. Okay? I'm focused on being consistent. All right? And that's just doing the same routine over and over until it picks up. Like, I'm literally focused on that snowball effect. I apologize for the water. That snowball effect. That means just gathering momentum as time progresses. That's it. Because I'm going to put in the work. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to put the work in. Last year, I feel like I was probably at my lowest point. I was at my lowest point, guys. I'm talking about I had to sell things just so I could pay my rent. I had to pay my booth rent. I had to pay my housing rent. It was just a lot of things that I had to do last year, right? But I just kept being consistent, and before you know it, those days started to diminish. Those hard days started to diminish. And I'm not saying I don't have that many hard days now, because I still got tough days ahead, and we all do. But I'm moving through it with a more positive attitude. Like I say, I don't look to become viral with everything that I put out. I'm more concerned in just being consistent. That's it. I'm just concerned in being consistent, because the more consistent I am, I know it's going to pay off, Yep, discipline. You're right. Discipline and determination. like I say, this is just one of my YouTube channels. So this is my podcast YouTube channel, and I have different niches. So I have music YouTube channel, right? I have several music YouTube channels. I have a fitness YouTube channel, right? I also have a children's YouTube channel. I have like an ASMR YouTube channel too. So once I figure out how to really utilize all of those YouTube channels every single day, it's a wrap. But one thing I've been consistent with for 60, this will be day 66 though. I've been consistent with my fitness YouTube channel. So after I get off of this channel, after I finish doing all of this, I got about putting this food in the oven. I thought I did it. I'm going to go on my fitness YouTube channel. All right. I'm going to go on my fitness YouTube channel, and I'm going to put in that work, that hard work, my workout. And guys, working out is it's tough. Working out, and I tell people this all the time. Working out is the toughest activity you'll ever do in your life. Working out. It's the toughest activity you'll ever do in your life. It's hard to be consistent working out every single day, guys. Every single day, it's hard to work out. I mean, so hard. Because, it's easy to be like, man, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, you be like, I'll do it the next day. The next day comes, and before you know, it's a whole year done passed, and you haven't worked out. You procrastinate. Try not to procrastinate, guys. All right? Try not to procrastinate. That procrastination will kill your opportunities. Okay? It'll kill your opportunities. That's why it's just good. Go ahead and put that work in. Are you really willing to put that work in every single day? Are you? Or are you willing to give excuses? So getting back on subject, what I was talking to my son in the car, because I gave him a long lecture. I told him, I said, like, you have what it takes to be consistent. You have the tools, you have the opportunity, and you have the time. But you don't want it bad enough. And I let him know too with me. I said, I'm letting you know I didn't want it bad enough either. Because if I did, I would have been in a better position that I'm in now. Now I'm blessed. I got my own house. I mean, well, I don't own it. But we have a house. I'm paying rent. I'm blessed that I can do that, But I could have been further ahead. There's other people that's my age and I'm not. I'm not comparing their success or their lifestyle to my lifestyle, but I could have been in a better position if I would have made better decisions. And that's just being 100% with y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And a lot of us, we could have been in better positions if we would have made better choices. Right? Better choices in life. Choices are everything. You only got 24 hours in a day. A lot of us sleep for about 8-9 hours. So those other 14 hours, you gotta utilize that, especially during the summertime. Man, summertime, That's the time that you really, man, you start going in on them skills. You know, I'm a firm believer them skills will pay the bills, right? Those skills will pay the bills. But you gotta work on them. You gotta sharpen them. You gotta sharpen those skills every single day. Putting in a little bit of time. Um, Very important not to compare. Sometimes you can get through without intention too. But it's you against you. Definitely right about that. You know, um, I'm a firm believer in the more you do something, right, and the more hours you put in to a skill set, the better you become. All right. Like, you can't put a little bit of time. You put a little bit of time into something, how can you expect to get all of this? You can't get everything if you just put a little bit of time in, right? But if you put more time, more hours in something, you can definitely get more, all right? You can definitely get more. Now, say, for instance, you only have a little bit of time, right? And you're working the whole entire day. Over time, you will definitely get those results if you're doing it every single day. If you're just putting a little bit of time in. But if you want more at a faster rate, right? At a faster pace, especially if you're younger and you're staying at the house with your parents, you don't have any responsibilities, right? You don't have any bills, you definitely can get more. All right? You definitely can get more. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts, guys. The easiest thing you can do, right? The easiest thing anybody can do, and I'm a firm believer in this, is to get in trouble. It's so easy to get in trouble. It's so easy not to do anything. It's so easy to be like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing it. I'll just do it. It's so easy to procrastinate, but it's harder to get out of trouble. It's harder to get back on track. Why? Because it takes more time. It takes more time. So now, like, I've been prepping my body, I've been prepping my mind. This whole week, I failed today. I ain't gonna lie, I failed today. I failed this morning. It's to wake up in the morning. It don't matter what time I go to bed. I might have only had an hour and a half of sleep, but I'm gonna get my butt up and I'm gonna do my workout. I wanna do my workouts first thing in the morning. Why? Because then I have the rest of my day. I have the rest of my day. I can do whatever I need to do. All right? I don't have time to waste right now. I feel like I've wasted so much time prior. So now it's like I'm going in extra hard. Everything is, I'm on a strict schedule. I'm on a very strict schedule. Nah, facts. QJA, very, like, I agree with that. There's no shortcuts. People try to take shortcuts all the time, and then you end up in trouble. You know, you take so many shortcuts, you start getting used to taking shortcuts, and before you know, you can't even get out. You can't get out of trouble. It's hard for you to get out of trouble. That's one thing I've learned, man. I was taking shortcuts. Those shortcuts, bro, yeah, they'll work for a little bit. They'll work for a little bit, man. But it's only a little bit. It's only an amount of time before you get caught, and then you have to pay the consequences. A lot of us are not willing to pay the consequences. I know me, I wasn't willing to. I ain't gonna say I wasn't willing, but I wasn't thinking about the consequences I was gonna have to pay. All right, I wasn't thinking about the accountability that I had to take on myself because of the consequences and the decision. I wasn't willing for that. I wasn't willing to do none of that. And then once that happened, I had to take time out of my life, out of my schedule, to repay all of that back. And when I say repay, I'm not just talking about financially. I'm talking about time, physical time. Yeah, you live and learn. You live and learn. Like I say, hard work pays off. It definitely pays off. And the thing is, if everybody could do it, right? If everybody could do it, it's 8:36, right? I got to get off pretty soon, guys. If everybody was willing to put in the hard work, right? This whole society, this whole world would be different. But everybody's not willing to. There's so many distractions. And, I wish I could turn back the hands of time. But it's no way I can. You have a better opportunity being young, right? At your parents' house or at your guardian's house, when you don't have any responsibility, you have a better opportunity of reaching your goals at a quicker pace than whenever you graduate, whenever you get on your own. Because whenever you get on your own, life will hit you in different ways that you will never expect. So it's better to do it now while you're at the comfort of your mom and dad's or at your guardian house when you don't have any responsibilities. It's the best way to stay ahead. It's the best way to stay ahead. Have a plan, Have a plan, make some goals. Guys, you're never too young to have goals. You're never too young to have plans. And you need to do that now. Don't wait until you're 20-something, guys. Don't wait till you're my age. Don't wait till you're in your 30s. Don't wait till you're in the 40s. Don't wait. Because the more you wait, guys, you only setting yourself up for failure. It's better to have plans, right? It's like your parents ask you, what do you want for your birthday? Okay? They're not going to ask you just one thing. They're going to ask you what you want. They're going to give you an option, right? Because what if the first two options, they can't do it? What about the first three options, they can't do it? So if you write a whole list of options, maybe out of that whole list, your parents can do something that you want. You have to do the same thing with yourself. You're not going to be able to do everything that you imagine yourself doing. You're not. It's only, like I said, it's only 24 hours in a day. But the more that you put down, right? The more you put down, the more options you put down, right? The more choices you have. How many people are willing to put in that work, though? You got to put that work in. How many people are willing to put in that work? Not too many. Hard work, because it sucks, man. It sucks. That hard work, man, it's hard. Let's just be honest, man. It sucks doing the same thing over and over and over and over again for the rest of your life. That's why I ain't even gonna lie. Like, these movie stars and these athletes, like LeBron, right? Like, my hat goes off to LeBron because he's 40 plus something and he's still in the league and he's working out every day. My hat goes off to Kobe, Jordan, all the athletes that's really putting in that hard work behind the scenes. Especially the actors, The Rock, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He does workouts and training every single day. And he has to make sure he's on set for some type of movie, sitcom, whatever. Like, that's discipline, right? That's discipline. You doing the same thing every single day without really getting a reward? Appreciate it, bro. I'm just being honest. I have to do it. I have to be honest, because I want people that's younger than me, I want y'all to be ahead. I don't want y'all to fall behind. And if you do, just know that you can get out of it, but it's going to be tougher. But getting back to what I was saying, to do something over and over and over again, right? Knowing that the end results is going to be so much, it's going to be beneficial at the end of the road. Like, you're going to have so much at the end. Like, you're going to have a huge pot of gold, but you don't even see the pot of gold right then and there. That takes a lot of discipline, guys. That takes a lot of discipline, right? I was listening to Shannon Sharp. This is an old interview he did with Cam Newton. And shout out to those podcasters, right? And this is my podcast channel. These people give me so much motivation. They do this every single day, guys. It's no days off. Shannon Sharp said it's only a day off when I decide to take a vacation. My team is with me. They only take a vacation when I tell them it's time to take a vacation. Guys, I mean, do you know how much work you have to put in for that? You know how much time you have to put in? How much effort you have to put in? Guys, I mean, it's no joke. It's no joke. Fresh basil. Gotta put in that work. You gotta put in that work. It's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be hard. Every day, it's going to be tougher and tougher. Every day, you're going to feel like you want to give up. Every day, you're going to not want to do those things, but do it anyway. Yeah, man, they work so much. 6+ hours, man. They work more than that, you know? Like, it's crazy. So that's why I say I look up to those guys. I look up to those people who have that consistency. Like the riches, the wealth, all that stuff. No, you can't take it with you. But you definitely want to make sure that you have the option where if you want to take a nice vacation, you want to go somewhere nice, you have those funds, you can do it. And that's all you're doing. All you're doing is putting that work in. Why? Why are you putting that work in? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are able to. You want to have that financial stability, right? You want to be financially stable. So you can have the option, oh, I want to travel here. I want to go there. All right? It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I said, I'm not going to talk y'all head off. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, hard work definitely pays off. You're not going to see it right then and there. The times you don't want to do it anyway. That's how you become the best. That's how you become the greatest. That's how you become the GOAT. Yeah. Doing it when you don't feel like it. Right? Putting that work in every single day. Putting it in every single day. That's how you become the best. It's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. You're going to miss some sleep some days. But whenever you get older, right, and you want to really retire, are you going to have enough funds to do that? You want to have a family, but you don't have the proper money? Like, bro, you're gonna be struggling a little bit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? Yeah. No, I didn't grow basil. My neighbor grew basil, and she gave me some this afternoon. So I'ma have some tomorrow whenever I cook. Yep. Yeah, they work out alone, man. The Rock, he got a gym in his own house. And I do the same thing. So I'm literally about to do that as soon as I get off of this live. I've been talking for about 30 minutes. So I'm about to get off. I prep. One thing about me, I prep. So I got my son. It's just me and my son here. My son, he's 10 years old, so I have to make sure that I prep ahead of time because sometimes I be getting home late and I don't have time to cook. So I like to cook ahead. That way I just put it in the oven and I warm up because I have extra time. I have extra time for myself. But yeah, guys, you gotta put in that work. Yeah, his gym is nice. QJA. All right. Well, look, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're gonna have more live talks. We're gonna have more live discussions. I told myself this week I wanted to go live every day, especially for my podcasting page, because I want people to see me. You know, like I just want to get stuff off my chest, because sometimes I feel like I want to go over 10 minutes. So I feel like the live platform gives me avenue where I can go over 10 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, hard work pays off. Are you willing to put in that work? All right, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. None of this is ever going to be easy, guys. But if you're willing to put in that time, the end results are going to be so much better. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Until the next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out.